Here, talking car design while designing a beautiful Lego car in this fun. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be making a gift for my Reddit gifts boy. Well, he likes Lego and he likes cars. He kind of already owns all the Lego car sets. So instead I thought I would make him a version of my own favorite car, the Toyota 2000 GT. And to do that, I ordered a large amount of Lego pieces because we are in quarantine and I can't access my normal Lego pieces. Yes. Now, the Toyota 2000 GT is a very nice car. It's not very fast, but I really enjoy the styling. I do not, however, like the James Bond version. That one is shit. I don't like the cabriolet version. I like the coupe. I also like flippy flop lights, which is my favorite kind of lights. You know, flippy flop lights are just cool. But yeah, I think my favorite color for it to come to is green, dark green, but that's just because green is my favorite color. And well, yeah, I think it looks really nice, but it also sort of looks like a Jaguar. And I'm gonna be honest here with you guys, I am not the greatest fan of the Jaguar E-Type. Like, I like the Jaguar E-Type, but the coupe version, I just don't like the way it like rounds off at the back. It just, I don't think it's nicely done. I think the Toyota 2000 GT does it better, and I think that maybe a couple of other cars. I also like this is Ferrari that has like a similar kind of setup. I like that. You can sort of see I like those kind of like a little bit curvy, a little bit old cars, you know. Although they are way out of my price range. Instead, I have the Twingo, you know, the best car out there. Anyway. I also will receive a gift eventually, and maybe I'll make a video or a community post of what I receive. And yeah, one of the main reasons I'm filming this is because I'm gonna have to create an instructional booklet of how we produce this lovely vehicle. So, I seem to have misplaced it. Here we go. What a fucking collection of pieces. Oh, I've actually never seen this. This is from past my time, I believe. Okay. Now I have to focus a little bit of how I am going to do this. Okay, like this, I believe it was. See, I very tactically thought this out and made it in like Lego Digital Designer or whatever the hell. But now I'm trying to remember what I did, because as the true genius I am, I did not save it. This is why you should always save everything you make. Okay. Now, of course, this isn't like the most mind-blowing build. It's not going to use amazing new techniques that you have never seen before. I am not some kind of genius builder. Okay, we need some kind of like, just close this off a little bit. It's starting to look a little bit like it could be a drivable chassis. Now for the interior, I saw a version of this car, obviously, with a very nice red interior. So I decided to also go for that reddish interior design, because yeah, well, it looks really cool. I think it matches really nicely with the white. With a different color, I think this one also came a lot in red, and I wouldn't say that red with red interior, I think that's not really a nice color match. I think you've gotta like sort of keep it not too much of the same color, you know. I am not actually sure if a minifigure fits in here, and I don't believe I have one available. So I guess he will find out eventually if he wants to try and put a minifigure in it. Like, originally I was thinking of adding a minifigure, because like a lot of the Lego cars have the racing minifigures or something in them. And well, then I thought, how about now? That looks like something you can drive. Now, the chairs all have like these. They're one of those. They're like those classic chairs you also have in Mustangs, you know, with like the the ribs that go up, and yeah, to kind of get that chair feel, I thought I'd do something like this. I really see a little bit of black in between there too. I believe you can fit a minifigure here. His legs will maybe have to just slide underneath the steering wheel. But yeah, I hope that it will turn out alright. Now comes the most important part, which is that the front is going to have some, like this side can't just be straight. Like the main thing is that it's kind of curvy, so I thought that's why we have all of these curvy parts, and we're going to try and stick them like that. And I thought of a very genius way to do this, which is namely like this. Because, well, if I try to just stick a whole bunch next to here, they'll either end here, in which case it's not possible because it hits the steering wheel, or it will end all the way back here, in which case there's like a giant ass gap here, and we don't like that. So we want to keep it slightly close to what it's supposed to be. Now I have these very nice giant things. I don't think I've ever seen these teeth before. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm just retarded. Oh, I fucked this up. Huh. See, yeah, the whole reason we had like this single stud here is so it goes like that, and then it fits. Let me see. Yeah. The wheels are sticking out a little bit. I think that's going to be okay. That's going to be good. Now you can see it has kind of a sloped back end, so I was thinking we'd slope it like that, and then I have some transparent things that I'm going to try and use a bit of a window. I appear to have two different types of versions of this. Well, I did a good job in the selecting on the web. This is a tricky little design. So what we're going to just do is like this. Like that. Oh, this is. Here we go. Now there we go. That's actually a pretty nice curve. Now, ideally I would have used slightly longer version of this, which maybe I should have, but hey, it's pretty close. It is slightly wider than I would like it to be. It's supposed to be a very sleek, thin car, but to try and get like the right geometry, I guess you sometimes have to make sacrifices. What I could have done is just use these as the armrests and gone in significantly more, but then it would have gone too thin, you know, and it would have been too long. Then the wheel geometry would be wrong size again. You know, you can never make something quite perfect. Oh well. Now my theory is that later when I start placing plates over this, it will be fine. It looks like it will be fine. Here we want some kind of like curved wheel arch. You know, I really like that as like a design standpoint. Cars with a little bit, not, I wouldn't say flared wheel arches, but just like the back wheels have like this little bit of volume to them that the top of your car doesn't quite go, because you don't have like just a cube. They kind of go in a little bit, like Aston Martin uses it a lot. And the DB7 is also a nice car, you know. I did a slight oopsie in the order. I did not realize at the beginning, but yeah, these handles were supposed to be the same color. I wanted to have like these little handle bars here. I was originally going to have this entire thing open up, but then it got way too bulky. It's starting to take shape. Oh, part of my design is exploding. This is good work. This is how you're a professional designer. Okay, now let's move on to the front. Now the main thing you can see here in this picture that has like these kind of little lights underneath. Those are the like the main, or the brights. They are the brights, and yeah, they are just underneath where the flippy flop lights are, and they're always on because then you can like click the little button and flicker your lights at your amigos and like, yo, thanks for letting me pass, you know. So yeah, I also like that. I like how it's nicely integrated, you know. too big of a grill is not nice. Like the new BMWs, no, that's too much of a grill. It's not a fucking truck. Although to be honest, a Jeep with like a nice big grill, this is a good design. See, these parts I have never seen before, and I think that they are genius. They're like little curved parts, so you get a curve like that, but you also get a curve like that, and that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, this is not working the way I wanted it to work, so we are going to use the technique of where we build it first and then we put it on there. Now of course this isn't a perfectly shaped version. Like it's coming to be a little bit too pointy at the front here, but I do like that it kind of curves into this. And you know, small scale means that you're gonna have to make sacrifices. Now, a lot of these Japanese cars have like that their wing mirrors are for some reason like way in front, which might be actually not a terrible design. I mean, your like blind space will be less because, well, you can just see more of the car. Like you're looking into this mirror, and then your field of view is larger, which is smart, but it also looks sort of weird, you know? Like normally you'd expect them to be here, and then they're like way up at the front of the bonnet. And just a lot of those old Japanese cars have it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was like a rule back in the day. Oh, that curvy nose is starting to look real good. Okay, this design might not have been the most structurally sound, but considering he's going to place it on a shelf, he's not going to be doing press. Ooh, that rolls nicely. Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. And he's not going to be doing any aggressive playing with it. I think it will probably be fine. Now, I've noticed that the rear has like this kind of sticky out bumpery part, so we're going to be using this, which I think is like a gold brick, but then not gold. So yeah, and then we also have, of course, our reverse lights, and then our main braking lights. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. No, I like it. Like, see, it bulges in on the outside and then bulges back in again. That's the kind of the goal I wanted to create with this, like that it's sort of straight here and then more deeply curved in here. And it sort of worked out, but in the flesh it might not be such a great idea. But you know, okay, I seem to have more of these, and I don't know where it's supposed to go. So they might be for the back, but I only seem to have one of these. Okay, I'm tripping now. Oh, I already used it, huh? Like, in theory you could attach some flippy floppy lights here, but for the now I have not chosen not to do that because they end up a little bit too large. Now, you know, while I was designing this car and building it, well, now I'm building it, but I was like semi-building it digitally, I was thinking that, hey, maybe this Corona time is a good time to build something else. And with the last season of Clone Wars coming up, to be honest, I did not like that last couple episodes. But and now we're going to the Siege of Mandalore arc, and that is looking like it might be a really fun arc. So I was thinking maybe I'll make a mock of that. So if this video does really well, and it seems you guys like Lego videos, then maybe I'll decide to build that, but I'll have to order figures, and I'll have to order parts, and I'll have to design, and I'll have to watch a couple episodes as well, you know, because we want to kind of link it in with the rest of the episodes. I was thinking of like a really small mock, like the Order 66, but then I'm going to have to wait for the last episode, which, okay, fine, but you know, I seem to have extra red pieces. Those were probably, yeah, because my armrests look a bit fucked now. Great, I'm going to have to take everything apart to go back and fix that. They are actually very rare. I believe like Jay Leno. Oh no, Jay Leno didn't even have one. He had to like go to a special museum. So you know when JLo doesn't have it, the car is rare. The car is then very, very rare. But yeah, it's a shame. I would like to have one of these. But yeah, the Twingo it is. The Twingo is a hell of a car, you know. I do believe, although it is quite an old car, so you know, but I do believe that if you were driving this car, it would look nice, and like you can cruise along and seem like a fancy ass gentleman. But I don't think it would be as fun as the Twingo, because the Twingo like actively wants to kill you. And this car, I believe in the Japanese, and that they probably don't want to kill me, although my opinion on anime is not very flattering, so they might still want to kill me. That's looking sweet. It's a little bit too thick. It should be a little bit more curved here on the sides as well. Maybe I should have done that. But I think it's a reasonable size, like in general. We want some kind of like roofy thing on the back. So what if we go for? I think that's about right. There we go. That's starting to look like a pretty sleek bit of roof. We need a rear window. The rear visibility is important. Twingo has really nice rear visibility, like nicer than a lot of modern cars. But that's also because it has basically no structure, so add a little bit of curve here. Now, ideally, we would have kept this smooth here, but yeah, that's not always a possibility. Okay, it's not the most structurally sound thing I have ever designed, but it does what it's supposed to do. It looks nice when you put it on your shelf. It has sort of the right visibility. Yeah, I believe it's good. And you can open it up and you can put your little homie in there. Oh, you could even do this. Wow, look, it's the James Bond one. Woo. Now James Bond looks bad. It's apparently because James Bond was too tall to sit in the car, so they decided to make a special version cabriolet. The coupe just looks so much smooth. Okay, now I'm going to take some pictures of this. Okay, so now everything is back in its bags. We have interior, we have small parts, we have curvy parts, and we have everything else. And well, yeah, we have this. It's not exactly a box, but it has some cover art on the front, and we're gonna just pop it in here. Now I'm gonna have to try and do this with one hand while holding the camera. Top tier skills. I am now a decrepit cripple. Okay, well, that. There we go, this actually worked out pretty well. I'll close this up in a second. The idea is that this goes into this main one, and here we'll put it on like the address and the post-its and stuff, so we don't mess up this nice little cover. And this will also go in there, specially made instructions. 15 steps, I believe. 15 steps, there we go. And yeah, I also still have to write a letter and stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like down below, and also maybe consider subscribing. And you know, maybe also leave a comment down below telling me if you want to see that Mandalorian Siege of Mandalore mock. And as well, of course, I hope that you guys are all doing well in isolation.